know what else as well? Like if you're in that position where you're slogging away and you feel like you're stuck and you hate your job, like go and learn something new. You know what the problem is as well? You're too comfortable.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to stay in that role.
And man, it's so, imagine our parents, right back in the day, and like, oh, I want to do something new. What do? You got to go to school. You got to go back to uni. You can self-educate now. Just open up Google or YouTube and go, how do I do this? How do I do this? What's the best way to do this? Start educating yourself.
Read a book.
Read a book. It's not fucking that hard anymore. It does take effort, but the information is easily accessible for you to come in and do anything like that. And COVID exposed that in a good way. COVID forced people to think, okay, now this is how I've got to operate. It's like, I've been employing someone of late, or going through that employment process, and I've had 180 applicants for this job.
You have?
Yeah, 180 applicants.
From LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. That's powerful there.
It was actually really good.
That's powerful. Did you pay for it?
Yeah, paid.
Paid?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did pay for it.
Yeah.
The first time,
Worth it. How much
time around it did.
How much was it?
It was like $70 a day.
Oh, that's so worth it, dude.
What
What do you run it for? A week?
I spent
2 weeks?
I spent $500.
Yeah, so worth it, dude. Cost you more than that to do a Seek ad.
Man, it cost me more to get a recruiter to do it. It cost me 10%, 15% to get a recruiter of the salary,
annual salary.
of the annual salary.
For the first year only?
Yeah, first year only.
If they stay on, though.
If they stay on after 3 months, most of the time. Yeah. But I mean, look, recruiting sucks. Like, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
That's why it became a role.
Yeah, but in saying that, the problem is, it's not the problem. You still have to interview people. It's not like the recruiter does everything for you.
Yeah, but the whole thing that the recruiter's supposed to do is filter the
Filter the crap.
95% and bring you and say, here.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you can get a personal chef. They can't eat for you, bro.
Yeah. But I could,
You know what I mean? Like,
I felt that the process that I was going through, I could still filter a fair bit of the crap. So my point was, I had 180 applicants. 30 of them got through.
That's a lot still.
Yeah, and then from there, I filtered out a lot too. I rejected a lot out of that as well.
Based on what?
There's a couple things. Should I say this? Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
What?
I didn't want a guy in this role. It was a PA role.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I didn't want a guy doing that role.
Do guys apply for that?
Sorry?
Guys apply for PA roles?
Yeah. I had quite a few guys apply for it. I don't know if that's sexist. I don't give a shit. Whatever.
Why would you not want to go?
Why I didn't? I don't know. I think it was more, I wanted someone friendly, because they'll be sitting at front of desk as well. So I did want someone friendly and inviting. I also wanted them from a strategic point of view when they're at the back of the room. I think for the role as well, I wanted someone that was really well organized. I was looking for an EAPA type person. And I think their skill set would have been better from the female perspective, because they're also, so female are more interested in like those emotional connections. So I wanted that with the team. I wanted that with clients, contractors, a whole range of people because they're going to be my right-hand person, I'll bring them to meetings. Hey, can you sort this out? Can you do this? Can you speak with this person? And so on and so forth. So I did want a female in that role. So that was the first thing I did. But then further to that, I discounted any students. So I had a lot of students apply for the role. So as soon as it said RMIT
too
student,
young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted someone with some experience. And I didn't want, this isn't your first job. Like I don't want to coach. All right. So I was like, got rid of all of them. And then on top of that, I was looking for experience, not necessarily in my field, like in construction. That there was probably 2 girls I think that applied that were in the field. I was actually just looking for someone that was going to help me go to the next level in that space. So yeah, it was a good process. It was an all right process in that regard, because it filtered everything for me. And but I still had to I did about 12 to 15 interviews, something like that. And I narrowed it down last night to 2. And then I've verbally offered the job to someone. So pending their second interview, if it falls to crap and they're a freak, then I'll call the other person up. But yeah, so where we're going with that? We're talking about...
I don't know how you got onto the job roles thing.
Yeah, we're talking about recruiting and moving, or was it? Anyway, doesn't matter. Oh, so it was changing, like educating yourself, all that sort of jazz.
Yeah, but what did you touch on the whole?
I think I just went on a
You had
tangent.
180 applications?
Yeah, went on a tangent or something. I can't remember. 180. But I think I just said recruiting sucked, and that's how we got onto it. But yeah, self-educating, right? And if you need to do that to get out of the rut, to get out of the space that you're at, then you need to do it. Sometimes you have to take a step back to take a step forward as well. Like I get so many people messaging me saying, oh, I really want to be a builder. I really want to be a builder. How do I do it? I'm like, yeah, cool. Just get educated and then go and work 10 years, get 10 years worth of work experience before you apply for your license. Oh, is there a quicker way? No, do the fucking work.
Yeah, I think you're going to go back to the basics and shit. Like people are trying to overcomplicate it. You know, and I said this the other day, we're not on air, but we were talking, and anything where you talk about, so there's a lot of hype around AI, yeah, in life at the moment. And anywhere where you speak about AI, you actually end up, and this is what I found, you end up attracting the wrong, you get audience, but you get the wrong type of audience. And everyone you've got is trying to work out what's, and don't get me wrong, don't let this deter you from actually looking into AI. You should look at implementing it in every way possible, but everyone is looking at it as a get rich quick scheme.
Yeah.
Okay, what can I do?
They're the people that you're they're getting attracted to it.
Yeah, because they think there's so much hype around it. They're like, okay, this is the next thing. Like if I get into this early, it'll be like getting into computers early.
Be the creator, not the consumer.
Yeah, but they also don't, this is what I found. They're not the people who are going to make moves.
Yes. Yeah. We did a free event recently as well. And you got a decent turnout. You got a great registration. I think you had close to 400 people register or something for the event.
About 250.
Regardless, 250. And then you had a good show rate. But even of the people that were there, they didn't pay for it to be there. It's like they were looking for a quick hit.
Yeah.
And so I can go, oh, let me learn about this marketing so I can implement it. And then
I even said at one point, be honest. I said, be honest here. Put your hand up if you wouldn't have come here if it was paid.
Yeah.
And more than half the room put their hand up.
See, there you go.
And I guarantee you, a bunch of people wouldn't have put their hand up even though they wouldn't have come.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They just like, it's a shameful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
exactly.
mean?
Oh, exactly right.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I
I'm not going to put my hand up. Look like a
don't
tight
look
ass.
like a tight ass. Yeah, exactly.
But invest in yourself.
That's right. I mean, they invested time. You know, they're never getting that back. That's arguably one of their biggest investments, but they still didn't take the action. You know, I'm surprised myself, man. Like we sell packages that we were selling over the last month for people to come to the next level of training. I'm like looking at them. I had people like coming up to me at the back of the room. Oh, I really want to come, dude. Like, stop fucking around. I got to the point where I get frustrated with them. I was like, listen, can I give you some advice? It's like, yes, go there and get yourself fucking ticket.
You know what to do? Change the money. It's a money thing.
Yeah, but
No. When I say it's a money
if it's a money thing there, it'll always be a money thing for the rest of your life.
but you don't, so you can't see. I've been there. Where you think like $5,000 now. Yeah, and to you, $5,000 is so much money. Like it's taken you so long to put that aside slowly because you're sitting there slogging away at a job that's paying you bugger all.
Yeah.
And it's taking you so long to put that money away slowly. You feel like, dude, I've had points in my life where I thought if I lose this $20,000, like this will start again. Like now, like it's like not that you don't respect the money or anything, but it's more like, okay, look, this is the game. This is how it works.
The game. That's right. You're going to cop this in business.
Yeah, it's going to happen. You're probably going to lose $1 million one day.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You'll bounce back.
Yeah.
Whereas I used to think like if I lost $25,000, like it could be the end. Or if I lost that $50,000, like that could have been a house deposit. And if I got that house, that could change everything for me. And it's like, no. Just as easy as it is to lose, well, if you play the game right, you can make it back.
Yeah.
But you can't see that when you're there. I used to think all these courses and stuff were scams, dude.
Yeah.
I honestly did. I used to think there was
like that. I don't think. Yeah, I never thought like that. I mean, the first course I ever really bought like that was that Grant Cardone one. Yeah, that was really the first one. And even I do remember it was a couple of $2,500 or something like that to go for 3 days, and I had to fly to Sydney. So, yeah, that was pretty full on for me to do that. But I did it because I was at that point where I needed something different in my life. Like I needed to learn and educate and grow. Like I'd noticed I'd experienced some growth in my business, and I was like, fuck, like I need to do something more than what I'm doing because at this rate, I'm not going to be around for too much longer. And that was really the beginning of my journey as far as self-educating and growth and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and there's some really good trainings out there.
Heaps, man. Heaps. Fucking hours are amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I would sell my shit to my grandmother. It's good. I believe that it will help people on their journey, but genuinely help you if you use the tools. So go out there and find the right people and try it. You know, you're going to learn something. You'll learn something you do like, or you'll learn something you don't like. Either way, you're going to walk away with a lesson and something that you can implement. Like I had a boss that was the worst boss, would yell at me, would swear at me, would put me down. But I use that as a lesson and go, cool, that's great. I know how not to be a leader in the future. When I'm a leader, I'm not going to be like that. You know, I'm not going to do those things. I'm not going to implement that system, that tactic to yell at people to get them to do things out of fear. I'm going to inspire people. I'm going to lead them in the right way. So, but I still needed to deal with that type of person because I'm going to come across them in the future.
Yeah, and you probably will again, like, you know what I mean? Again and again and again.
And again, and how I react as a leader.
Or you could even know someone who's having an interaction with someone like that and be like, hey, like, you know, I know that type of person. This is how you get this or do this or whatever it might be, right? Like you can be of value to someone. But I think the biggest thing with all of this is don't just sit around. Time is fleeting, dude. Yeah. Every single day. Yeah. Like time is, and there is nothing worse than looking back at the last 12 months and nothing's changed. That could arguably be, for me personally, one of the worst things.
Yeah, I agree.
Or looking back at the last 5 years and you're still doing the same shit.
Yeah. I felt like that during COVID.
You did?
Yeah, I felt like that 2-year stint was very much that, which I needed, I think, to a degree. I needed that shit time to realize, hey, wake the fuck up. So it was a good thing for me in that time because I reckon arguably I probably wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be pushing the boundaries as much as I am today, having gone, if I had an easy run. So I'm kind of... Sorry? I'd still be doing what I'm doing now. This wouldn't exist. Without a doubt.
Podcast?
Oh, fuck no.
Why?
I've wanted to do it. I just never did. What stopped me? What stopped me from doing it? You know what I mean?
What stopped you?
I was doing others, just going through the motions. You know what I mean? It was the same thing every single day. I'm busy today. I can't do a podcast. All right. And then it was like, no, we met up. Hey, we're going to do a podcast. Fucking hell, let's do it. Went out, bought the kit that next week. Bought the kit. Cool. We sat there for 6 months, but we got it. Got the right people involved, got the right setup. Now we're good to go. Nearly 52 weeks in. So yeah, I'm glad I had that experience because I think I needed that bit of the wake up call. And I said, it was good for me for a long time. Like if COVID was good for me, I probably would still be a little bit arrogant and have some more material things, but probably think I was untouchable. So then when something bad does happen again, and it was going to happen, maybe not in the foreseeable future, then maybe I would have lost everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It shook you enough.
It shook me enough to wake me up, personally and professionally. So going back on that fencing thing.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. Or if you want to watch the full episode, you can click over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and thanks for watching.